I should make a reservation. I thought it was clear. Okay, break. I didn't see that coming.
Its instinct to protect leaves you free to drive. Lease the Infiniti Q50 for $369 a month.
In the nation, it's not always pretty. But add brand new belongings from Nationwide Insurance, and we'll replace destroyed or stolen items with brand new versions. We take care of the heat, so you don't get burned. Just another way we put members first, because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
All the goodness of milk, all the deliciousness of Hershey's syrup. Squeeze, stir, share.
Need to be salty and sweet? Harness the power of my new salted caramel peanuts.
Guys, I've been working on this all night.
Are the sound effects necessary?
Are you necessary? Randy? Todd, what do you think? I like your hair.
Just turn them down a bit. They're deafening.
How about we turn you down? What do you think, Todd?
Make them louder.
Salty and sweet. A new way to harness the power of the peanut.
It's day 2 of Delaney learning to ride her bike.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, thunderstorms early, low 75. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Channel original series.
Every time I shoot a fish, when I'm wrestling them, that's when I'm scared.
Catching Hell, Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Now on Weather Center Live, storms rolling in, sending parts of the Midwest and the Plains on alert this Saturday. The areas that could see hail, damaging wind before the day comes to an end. And we're taking a look now at New York City. You had a ton of rain yesterday. And it's a forecast that Dad's going to love, though, for many parts of the Northeast and New England, including New York City. Why you're going to want to spend this holiday weekend outdoors and how the weather's shaping up in other parts of the country. Weather Center Live starts right now. And good Saturday morning. Welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic. And this day before Father's Day, we're checking out your forecast from coast to coast, and we're going to get you out in front first of our top big weather stories. And they include a severe weather threat. I'm going to show you where that is in just a second. And the unsettled southeast, but there's actually parts of the southeast that, for a change, have no rain in the forecast. Beautiful across the northeast. Severe weather threat first, Omaha, Rapid City, Fargo. In red for bigger storms, especially this afternoon. Torcon's coming up. And the southeast, you can see Charleston, Jacksonville, Tampa, thunderstorms. We'll look for areas where there may not be any, including Charlotte and maybe on off toward Atlanta. And in the northeast, a welcome break now from the rain. New York City, beautiful. Buffalo, also nice and cool. Boston, your showers will be ending.
Well, pretty shocking when it hits this close to home. It's, you know, stuff like this can happen, but when it hits close to home, it just kind of shows you how real it is.
Well, a storm shocker for Texas community after a tornado tore through the town, and it's not over for the Plains just yet. 4 people were inside the home in Beltran when it was lifted off its foundation. Storms also caused heavy damage in the Lakeway community. Today we're watching for a chance for severe weather in the Plains and the Midwest. We're keeping a close eye on Minneapolis, Omaha, Des Moines, Topeka, Wichita, and Amarillo. And it is going to be a nice weekend in the Northeast, but it sure did not start that way. Check out this flooding. Connecticut yesterday. Streets were turned into rivers with cars stranded on roads across New Haven. Today, things will dry out with the sun sticking around for much of the weekend, bringing along warmer temperatures. Well, we all know that heavy rain doesn't just do a number on the roads. It can also force us out of our homes. And while some of us may stay with family, for others, emergency shelters are the only option. New York is now hoping to change that, giving families more options. Here's Reagan Medji with more.
Cut it.
A round of applause for the first ever temporary apartment style housing ever created. The setting, where else better than the most populated city in the country, New York.
I think it's a wonderful idea. I think people should have some sort of emergency option.
The Office of Emergency Management, along with other groups, worked together for 7 years creating this, an emergency shelter for people who live in cities to go to if they're displaced because of a natural disaster.
It fills a void by developing a way of supplying post-disaster housing that meets the needs of New York City or other dense urban environments.
Here's a closer look inside a temporary 3-bedroom apartment. As you see, it's kind of close living quarters, much like you would see in an apartment. You've got the cooking area, you've got a living area, you've got a bathing area here, and then of course, you've got the 3 bedrooms. Also, something important to note is that this temporary shelter is built much like an apartment building, which means it doesn't take up a lot of space, something cities like here in New York just don't have a lot of.
I like the way they're using, vertical space and just thinking like building up instead. So I noticed real estate's pretty, it's at a premium here. There's not much room anyways.
For the city, it's space effective, and I think it makes a lot of sense.
I think it's a great idea. I think the city is clearly thinking ahead for the next time we have some kind of disaster here, and I think it's a great option, especially in cities, especially in neighborhoods where there weren't as many options during Sandy.
One hope of having this prototype on display for the entire year, it's a way to get the word out to other populated cities that an emergency apartment shelter is an option. In Brooklyn, Reagan Medji, The Weather Channel.
And thank you, Reagan. And we're going to see thunderstorms continue to roll through Minnesota, coming out of Iowa and the eastern parts of the Dakotas, and more getting going this afternoon. This is kind of just like round 1, right? You ring the bell, ding, ding, and that's round 1's over. Then you go to the next round, right? Cluster of storms coming through Minnesota, Minneapolis on your doorstep, eastern parts of South Dakota, extreme northwestern Iowa starting to get in on the act now. Thunder and lightning around Sioux Falls, slow travel on Interstate 29 and I-90 here. High-speed wipers, low-speed travel with thunderstorms. Not severe, but I do think they have the potential to go severe at any point now. We had a storm warn here earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if 1 or 2 more warnings pop up this morning. Worthington, get ready. Storms on your doorstep, as they are in Minneapolis. And these thunder showers continue to roll east along 94. So more rain coming in, breaks in the action at times, and then probably going to get it all going again this afternoon. A Torcon of 5 out of 10 in eastern Nebraska and north central Kansas. So pretty good shot there. Seeing a tornado, 50% chance in a 50-mile radius, 40% chance in western Iowa, and a 30% chance in southwestern Minnesota. So chances for thunderstorms there. Best chance as you head further on down toward the south. Mike Seidel, I believe, is stationed in Omaha and hope we're reporting sometime today on the severe weather. Warmer air working in as our jet stream, my captain of the atmosphere, moves on off toward the north. And old Captain Allsy tries to do to balance the atmosphere. That's why we have storms. Tries to balance hot and cold, wet and dry. And right now, bringing in some warmth too, balancing the warmth with the cool air to the northwest. And with those warm temperatures, we're going to see some real dry weather too around Chicago today. White Sox in Town Blues Festival, 80 degrees for the high. Tomorrow, 85 for the afternoon high. 88 Cincinnati, 77 with some rain around Minnesota. And on Monday, pair of 8s for the daytime high. Chicago, Detroit, a pleasant 85, and 91 in St. Louis. In the southeast, we're going to stay unsettled now, but not in the same areas that we've had all week. boundary actually pushing on down toward the south, and that could bring some drier weather into places like maybe Atlanta and Birmingham. Right now, most of the activity's out across Texas. The thunderstorms rolling through, getting ready to come into Kerrville, northwest out in the hill country, also getting in on the act northwest of San Antonio. Storms heading toward Austin actually starting to die down just a bit, but as they come on in, we could expect to see maybe some decent thunderstorms around Kerrville as they head towards San Antonio and Fredericksburg. They should weaken a bit, but still the chance for rain there as we get into San Antonio this morning. Austin, west of I-35 around Killeen, a few showers around, some thunder showers going to try to work on off toward the east, but once again, they may weaken. Front goes south today. Look at the dry air, but then working back north through the week and into early next week through the weekend. And showers, thunder showers will return to places like Atlanta and Charlotte. Speaking of nice, the Northeast, beautiful after all the rain and damage yesterday. We've got some beautiful weather settling on in. High pressure is coming in, pushing all the clouds away here early this morning. Any showers will be leftovers early as we're seeing in northern Vermont and parts of New Hampshire. Just some spotty showers around St. Johnsbury. Nice start, temperatures 50s and 60s for most of us. Milder near the coast, cooler inland. 53 right now in Buffalo, and we are going to end up with a beautiful afternoon as we're going to watch high pressure settle on in. All right, as we go through the upcoming weekend, we will continue to see, and I'm going to have to cheat here, sipping on sunscreen. This is what we're going to be talking about, how one company says you can protect yourself from the sun's rays with a few sips from the bottle. All right, we're going to get to the Father's Day forecast now, and here we go into New York City. Looks good with a few clouds around with sunshine, 74 degrees, 82 tomorrow in the Big Apple with sun. Los Angeles, 77. Great Father's Day weekend. Unfortunately, they need rain, but there's none of the forecast. 7s each day. Atlanta looks good today, tomorrow, maybe a hit or miss storm, but it's probably going to be more miss than hit. All right, if you are traveling to see Dad this weekend, we're going to show you where it's going to rain. That's all coming up after Local on the 8s.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, thunderstorms early, low 75. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It doesn't take much to be happy when you enjoy the simplest and truest things. Look at your swimming pools. They'll never be enough. Like your fancy watches and your big cars. One day you realize that what matters is not the size of your car. It's the size of your yacht. Right now, well-qualified lessees get the Fiat 500 Sport for $199 a month.
Simply type in a name and let Ancestry guide you on a journey through your family history. Ancestry.com. Who will you discover?
What's in your ear? Oh, a quarter.
Check for more.
Well, I guess I can double check. My watch.
It pays to double check with State Farm.
Avocado bacon omelet. Ooh, a BLT with avocado.
Yeah, fresh avocado, creamy pepper sauce. It's delicious, and it's a great deal.
Sounds amazing. But shouldn't that be called a BLTA?
Sweetheart, one bite and you're not going to care what it's called.
Welcome to Denny's.
For the dad that would do anything for golf, save on anything for golf at the Golfsmith Father's Day event. The biggest savings, the best deals to make this the best Father's Day yet. So hurry to Golfsmith. Anything for golf.
Jim's hair is perfect.
So's his serve and his Mandarin. But like up to 90% of Americans, Jim falls short in getting important nutrients from food alone, making Jim more like us. Add one-a-day multivitamins, rich in key nutrients you may need.
It's human nature to plan ahead, but sometimes our best ideas come when there's no plan at all. When we just go with the flow and let the day unfold as it was meant to be. A day on the water, soaking up the sun. A day we leave up in the air. Yesterday, this was just a last-minute idea. Today, our big surprise is Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
Come here, boy. Here you go.
Come on, let's play.
There's an easier way to protect your dog from dangerous parasites.
Good boy.
Get 3-in-1 protection with Trifexis, the monthly beef-flavored tablet that prevents heartworm disease, kills fleas, and prevents infestations, and treats and controls hook, round, and whipworm infections. Treatment with fewer than 3 monthly doses after exposure to mosquitoes may not provide complete heartworm prevention. The most common adverse reactions were vomiting, depression, and itching. Serious adverse reactions have been reported following concomitant extra-label use of ivermectin with spinosad one of the components of Trifexis. Prior to administration, dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection. Don't go to extremes. For 3-in-1 parasite protection, it's one and done. Once a month, every month, Trifexis. To learn more, talk to your veterinarian or call 888-545-5973. Visit Trifexis.com to save $25 on a year's supply. Available by prescription from your veterinarian.
And here's something that I've done a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Hunter Mountain, New York. Thursday, the Taste of Country Music Festival began, and the weather is going to be cool today, but dry, 61 degrees with sunshine. Brad Paisley tonight at 10 o'clock. Tomorrow, sunshine and 71 degrees. So some beautiful weather out for Hunter Mountain and the Taste of Country Music Festival. So some beautiful weather here out across parts of the Northeast and New England, and certainly a great event to head on out and listen to some great music. Certainly that time of year for country music festivals. All right, now as we jump into something you may be doing when you head out to these country music festivals and such, is slapping on sunscreen. And right now, we're going to take you on out. And what if you could drink something to protect yourself? Well, Haley Francis of KPNX has more on that.
Could this 100-milliliter bottle of clear liquid hold the secret to the future of sunscreen, not to be applied liberally, but gulped down?
And I just do not personally feel that it would work.
Dr. Jayshree Gameth, the chief medical director of A to Z Dermatology, is pretty steadfast in her opinion.
What they would say that you need to take 2 drops of water an hour before you go out, and then you need to take those drops every 90 minutes to like every 3 hours when you're out in the sun.
The problem, according to Dr. Gameth, well, first off, it's not FDA approved or scientifically tested in any way. Secondly, there's so much fine print, like don't eat a meal before taking it and don't exercise or it might not work right. This drinkable sunscreen is created by a company called Harmonized Water. They sell different versions of their water to treat all sorts of ailments: hormone imbalance, joint health, low testosterone, and of course this product, which claims to be UV protectant.
Science has not proven for it to work. There is not a scientific method that we know at this time that it works. So till FDA approves it, till we have a scientific data, it's hard for me to say yes, they cracked the code. But at this time, I would say that the information that we already have, probably not.
And just to be sure it's not the real deal, I'll play guinea pig.
You don't want to try this, right?
I do not want to try it.
But I'll try it.
How does it taste?
Like water. Just like water.
All right, now let's get you traveling. If you are traveling east of the Mississippi, in real good shape. Look at this boundary of clouds heading south. It's actually going to turn out to be a dry day in most of the southeast. The showers will be confined to the coastal areas and parts of Florida. Northeast looking great, but two kind of little, let's call them blobs on the weather map. Satellite picture showing the reds and the oranges. That's where we've got convection, a.k.a. thunderstorms, and that's where you may have some travel trouble. Eastern South Dakota right now, western Iowa now, west of Worthington on Interstate 90 in the northwest corner here of Iowa, and getting on into now areas east of Sioux Falls. Thunderstorms with thunder lightning now, not severe, but that cluster had a orange cell earlier. And into Minnesota, slow travel coming northwest and west out of Minneapolis. St. Cloud, some showers. Hutchinson, some showers, thunderstorms, and certainly slowing us down as we go through the few hours of the morning. And in the northeast, the news is all good. We're in northern Vermont right now. St. Lawrence Seaway, Lake Champlain over here near Burlington, and just spotty showers left over on 89 and 91. But I think the news is going to be drier weather as we go through not only today but the upcoming weekend. Certainly well deserved. It's been a damp week in the northeast and New England. Around New York City, some areas just to the north, 2.6 inches of rain. 2-day rainfall total, but everybody getting some rain, and some of this rain did cause some flash flooding, and some areas saw in Connecticut some of that flooding, and some areas in New York State saw some water washing roads away. Well, speaking of water, Gulf of Mexico now. As we get ready to talk about what we're going to talk about in the next block, one area that we watch for tropical development this time of year. Right now, don't see too much going on, but we're going to give you the tropical update in a couple of seconds. And as we head on off toward the Western Atlantic, another spot that we could see. So more coming up in just a few minutes. All right, check this out. Amarillo, this beautiful sunrise, I believe. Yeah, look at that. A few clouds around. Jason Boyette sending in this from Amarillo, Texas. Beautiful weather there. Hopefully some beautiful weather today and through your weekend in Amarillo. Those storms are in and around Texas. Hopefully they've moved on off toward the south. And here's our It's Amazing photo contest. It's amazing out there. You can win $15,000. Weather.com/photo contest to enter.
It's Amazing Out There photo contest is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Enter your photo for a chance to win $15,000.
Boring! Yeah. If you want to see your faithful,
he's such a couch potato.
Yeah, just go check out the thing for yourself.
Highlander! Ain't got no room for boring. There's Vertiger, Steven, Debut. No, we ain't got no room for boring. For boring, we ain't got no room.
The 2014 Highlander. Toyota.
Let's go places!
Monday on AMHQ, he uncovered the Titanic from the ocean floor, and explorer Bob Ballard is back at it. What he's looking for again beneath the sea is astounding, and we'll talk to him live. Plus, with 2 million new cases a year, how to identify your skin cancer. It's Monday, AMHQ.
A Weather Channel original series.
This is a dangerous job.
Catching Hell, Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, thunderstorms early, low 75. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about auto insurance because the more you know, the more we can help you. Cut. Lower. Shave. Chop. And drop your insurance rates. If you want to save hundreds, talk to Farmers.
We are Farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
The more you know, the more you could save. Farmers could help you save hundreds on your auto insurance.
Call your local agent or 1-800-470-8496 today.
Brought to you by Farmers. Get smarter at farmers.com.
The best part of coming together is how delicious it can be. Hershey's Smarts, the unmistakable taste that reminds us that life is delicious.
I'm their mom at the playground, and I'm his mom at the dog park. The kids get trail mix, and here's what you get after a full day of chasing that cute little poodle from down the street. Delicious Milo's Kitchen chicken meatballs. They look homemade, which he likes almost as much as making new friends. Yes, I'll call her.
20 years ago, I wanted to buy a car, but you see, I did have a problem before I came to Earl Stewart because the people where I went didn't want to even bother with me. So on my way home, I saw the sign, Earl Stewart Toyota. 6 cars later, he has helped and helped and helped. And that's why I continue to use Earl Stewart Toyota. I am truly a satisfied customer.
Earl Stewart.
Sandals Grand Antigua was incredible.
The pool was as large as the ocean.
And the beach was perfect.
We're still raving about the service.
He loved the diving. He always wanted to try it.
Our suite was so exotic, it even had a pool.
We dined at 9 restaurants.
All included, just like everything else.
But what I remember most was falling in love all over again. Sandals Grand Antigua. Save up to 65%. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
500 at Vistaprint.com.
I love my job.
Vistaprint.com.
A Weather Channel original series.
Every time I shoot a fish, when I'm wrestling them, that's when I'm scared.
Catching Hell. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back. Tropical update time. We're in the Eastern Pacific with Hurricane Christina. A weakening, still Category 1 hurricane, however, winds at 80 miles per hour. Pressure up to 985 millibars. Cabo San Lucas not affected now. It's 35 miles north-northwest of Socorro Island and past the island, and that's certainly good news. Forecast track, center of this cone's where the center of the storm will go, but we are going to see a weakening, and that's certainly good news, although it's not going to impact any land. Still good to see these things weaken. Minimal hurricane later today, eventually tropical storm by this evening. And as we can see on the infrared satellite picture, I think sort of coming apart, losing its identity as the colder cloud tops, the purples and the reds starting to change to oranges and greens and yellows, and eventually there'll be nothing. Water vapor, a little better picture here of why we're seeing the weakening. Not only is it running into colder water, but look at all this orange and maroon here. This is all dry air, and it's running into this dry air, and it's getting kind of wrapped into this center low pressure, and as it does, it'll die a slow death and it'll fall off, as all the hurricane guidance suggests, or most of it, as it goes to the west and northwest. It'll continue to fade out and eventually be nothing more but a depression, and doesn't look like it's going to have any impact to any land masses. So we're in good shape there. Also in the Eastern Pacific, including Central America, Mexico, really not too much else going on. Christina out here, as I said, going to die a slow death. It does look like we're not expecting any other tropical development, even into the Gulf of Mexico, where we would normally look this time of year. So the Gulf is a hot spot, and so is the Western Atlantic Ocean. As we go through this first month of the Atlantic hurricane season, we're not expecting anything to go on. Why is that, you ask? Well, one reason is because look at this. Well, not that, but this. Can I get it back? Yeah, there it is. Plenty of clear sky. I mean, it's great in the Caribbean, heading down to Jamaica for vacation. If you're going out on a cruise, probably just going to hit some storms in the coastal areas of South Florida. But other than that, in real good shape in the Atlantic. But that will be changing, I'm sure, as we go through this hurricane season. Well, as we've seen so many times before, nature sure does have a way of throwing curveballs at us, keeping us on our toes with the unexpected. And when severe weather strikes, we may find ourselves battling the elements with just our bare hands and not much else. This morning, Dave Malkoff gets some help from survival expert Creek Stewart.
So you guys, we are deep in the woods. There's just been a flash flood. Luckily, my camping partner here is survival expert Creek Stewart.
Hey, good
Creek
to see
is
you.
going to show us what we can do with some of the gear that's left over, and there is not much.
There is not much. If a storm's coming in, our first priority is to build a shelter, and we're going to use this remaining garbage bag to help us out.
Found one right over here.
Well, it all starts with a framework. So we're going to grab a ridge pole here. Stand on it right about there. Let's try to break that off. Yep. Yeah. Perfect. This is actually perfect. We're going to go ahead and jam that up against the tree. And now you and I just need to lean sticks up against the back side of this at about a 45-degree angle.
Okay, so how do I do for a first timer?
Perfect. On to the next step. Now we've just doubled the size of our garbage bag.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
All right, now we're not using this to actually waterproof our shelter.
What are we using it for?
This is going to be our rain catch. What I'm doing is I'm digging a trough so that when it does rain, water runs down this garbage bag and collects. So now it's time for the final step. We've got to shingle this shelter, and Mother Nature provides all the shingles we need. And we're gonna need a lot of these branches.
Doesn't look like much from this side, but there is a lot going on underneath, Creek.
There is. We've got our structure, we've got our leaf shingles, our garbage bag, for fresh water catch.
Yeah.
That's right. And so we're ready to go. Now we just got to hunker down and wait it out.
Shelter from the storm. Thanks so much, Creek Stewart.
No problem.
Survival expert. Back to you guys.
All right, welcome back now. And yeah, that's a little bit on survival, but let's go to now some Father's Day forecast as we can pull up and talk about New York City here. Check this out. Plenty of sunshine. I mean, they had a bunch of rain yesterday. We are settling in for what looks like to be one of the better weekends. A few clouds, a little cool today, 74, but look at Sunday. Wall-to-wall sunshine, 82 degrees, the daytime high, certainly well-deserved. Los Angeles, 7s across the board today and tomorrow. Now, we know that California needs rain, but it's Father's Day weekend, so let's give Mother Nature a break for not bringing any. Gorgeous weekend for outdoor plans. And down in Atlanta, a few clouds around today. If you're going to be hanging out by the pool, 86 degrees. Maybe a storm tomorrow may scare you away out in the lakes, but those storms will be more miss than hit as we go on through Atlanta, Georgia, and Boston. Looks like showers ending and then sunshine for Sunday. Well, before I get to what's coming up next, I want to wish a happy birthday to my oldest daughter, Kaylee. Flag Day, June 14th, turning 11 today. She's turning 11. Happy birthday to her. Coming up next, Alex Wallace, Jen Carfagno now in studio. Give you more on the severe weather, what Hurricane Christina is doing, and more about your beautiful weekend in the Northeast. Stay tuned.
Currently in our area, 72 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, thunderstorms early. Low 75. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Good morning. Well, welcome on into Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wallace.
And I'm Jen Carfagno. Good Saturday to you and happy Flag Day. It is June 14th, so time to get out there and get that flag out, except where we've got some tough weather.
Yeah, that's going to be the story for us, the threat for some severe storms out there, while others are getting a chance to warm up. Going to be lovely in a couple of other spots.
How about the rain leaving the Northeast finally?
Yes,
that's a reason to celebrate
just in time
today.
for the weekend, in fact. All right, well, let's get you in front of those top stories here for the day. And there we are, that threat for the severe weather here for this weekend. We're going to track that that activity across the middle of the nation. Then the unsettled southeast. Seems like it's been like that for a while. That'll continue. And as Jen was mentioning, beautiful conditions setting up for the northeast after some wet times. So there's the severe threat for today. Anywhere across the northern plains, working our way across the southern plains as well. Damaging winds, hail, can't rule out tornadoes. And unsettled conditions today across the southeast. So for the beaches, could be a little bit on the rough side. And then there it is. Drier, milder conditions. The one lone spot, though, Boston for you. You're keeping that threat for showers for today. Tomorrow, though, looks like things will be brightening up. All right, let's tackle where that severe threat is. Jen's got the story there.
And we are watching storms. In fact, we're going to take a look at Texas, where some storms are going on right now here. This was a scene around Watson, Texas, where we saw a tornado the other night. You can see it's very faint out there, but you can see that lowering coming down from the clouds. Now, today, we have some storms not too far from Watson, Texas, not in Watson right now, but we're going to track those. And then we're going to track the next big risk of severe weather, which is actually farther north in the plains. So at the moment, you can see around the Watson area, which is not too far from Austin, we've got the showers and storms out here rolling right along Interstate 10, heading towards San Antonio. These have been holding together overnight, so we're going to watch the storms with the threat of lightning is the biggest risk there. Then we're also tracking a new round of thunderstorms that has been ongoing through the overnight as well, right up here across the northern plains and upper Midwest. Minneapolis, some showers not too far away. Thunderstorms out there this morning in Sioux Falls. Good morning to you. You didn't get to sleep in on your Saturday morning. Some pretty loud thunderstorms out here at the moment as well. That will be one of the areas that we're watching for more severe weather to pop today. So all of the ingredients are coming into place. We've got the winds coming out of the south, the jet stream dipping in, our cold front pushing in, and all of this is going to help to get that air rising, get those storm clouds building, and bring us the risk for severe weather. Omaha, you're right in the crosshairs right there. You're in that warm sector today where we are going to watch for severe weather. The College World Series gets underway today. Every year I know we deal with the threat of thunderstorms here and severe weather, and that's going to be the case this year as well. Today, tomorrow, we're watching that area there across the central and northern plains for severe weather. Now, by tomorrow, though, we're going to watch that risk get into parts of northern Illinois, right through central Missouri, and here into Oklahoma as well. But St. Louis gets into the mix by Sunday. For today, the areas that we're watching include South Dakota, Nebraska, right into Kansas, even back down into the Texas Panhandle, Amarillo. We could see some more storms today that could be severe, but the area that we're really focusing on is right here from western Iowa into eastern Nebraska, down into Kansas. On our Torcons, we've got 5s and 4s across this area. That's either a 50% or 40% chance that tornadoes will be happening within a 50-mile radius. It's a 3 up in southwestern Minnesota. So this is an area we need to watch for today. That there is that tornado risk, but there's also the risk for damaging winds and some large hail with these storms as well. And in a place like Omaha, Nebraska, where we'll be playing the College World Series, lightning is, of course, going to be a risk as well for everyone who is outside today. We're going to have to watch these storms very closely. Temperatures are going to be heading up into the low to mid 80s. Pretty humid out there with that risk for strong storms right through the afternoon and evening. Now, tomorrow, we're going to track everything east, and we are watching for that thunderstorm forecast by late in the day to reach Chicago, but it's about the midday hours in St. Louis. We're tracking it for you. And St. Louis, you can see your timing tomorrow. Most of your day is going to be dry. Your Father's Day picnic's okay, but by 7, 8 o'clock, we're watching storms roll in, possibly strong to severe. Alex.
All right, well, more rain for the southeast. In fact, check out this time lapse of some of the recent showers. Oh, we'll call it heavy downpours. The camera view, you can't see anything. Finally, as the rain shower activity really starts to weaken a bit, now that lovely Atlanta skyline comes into focus. All right, well, we've got more chances for scattered showers and some storms as we remain unsettled here across a lot of the southeast here over the next several days. What's happening out there through at least Monday? We've got a bit of a frontal boundary that's sort of going to hang out here with moisture creeping in from both the Atlantic and the Gulf, and that's all going to help to bring the chances for showers and storms for many of these areas from the Gulf Coast to the southeast coast as well, all capable of producing heavy downpours. Of course, lightning could be an issue. Already here this early morning, finding a few storms here just to the north of the Cedar Key area here in Florida, all tracking from west to east. Heads up Jacksonville, you may have to deal with some of these showers and storms as we head through the day. And then as we get into the Carolinas, mostly quiet now. The bulk of any activity at this point well offshore here, well east of the Outer Banks. So here's today's forecast. Anywhere in the green, we have that opportunity for the storms as we progress into tomorrow. Now, this is your Father's Day. Storm chances come back. I think a better chance for some storms getting into places like Atlanta, Columbia, South Carolina, over towards the Greenville, Spartanburg area. And then on Monday, looks like Alabama, Mississippi should stay fairly quiet and dry, but pretty much from Georgia down into Florida, we're going to keep things a bit unsettled there. So Charleston, here you are, South Carolina through today. This is your forecast. Spotty storms. It's not a washout situation, but storms that'll be spotty in nature here for us as we work our way on through the day, even into the evening. Savannah, Georgia for you as well. Temperature is going to be pretty warm, well up into the 80s with that chance for storms. Pretty hit and miss out there for us through the evening hours. And over the next several days, that's generally what we'll deal with. Maybe a quieter day for you on Monday as we kick off the week there in Savannah. Meanwhile, it's certainly quiet and really looking nice for us in the Northeast, Jen.
Much better than it's been, that's for sure. Heavy rain has taken a toll on areas of New York State. Look at these scenes out of Bennington. This is in western New York, outside of Buffalo. A part of this road washed away. Now we've got some warmer, drier times. Some of you might say a little too cool out there as you start your day today, but the humidity is gone and the rain is gone as well. Let me show you what's going on out here in the Northeast. High pressure has moved in, and that's why temperatures have cooled down and we're looking at the drier conditions. Even New York City, it's on its way in here. I would say the dry air isn't completely here just yet, but it's better than yesterday. No rain out there. Temperatures in the upper 60s. Still some clouds around, but those will be going away. Now into New England, we do have a couple of showers up here across northern Vermont, New Hampshire this morning. Up around Lake Champlain, a few showers. These two will not be sticking around. That system is going away. High pressure is building in, and underneath high pressure, we have sinking air, and we are going to have dry conditions and not a whole lot of cloud cover today. You know, you need rising air to get the clouds, and sinking air, the opposite of that, is going to prevent clouds from developing. So we should have a nice and sunny, bright day in Pittsburgh. State College saw a sunrise this morning. What a gorgeous start to your day. A little on the cool side to start, but you've got a very nice, comfortable finish today and tomorrow. Temperatures get back to the 80s tomorrow, mid-80s in New York City with sunshine for Father's Day. Alex.
Well, Father's Day, it is just around the corner. That's tomorrow, and we are honoring amazing dads from across the country. Just ahead, we'll introduce you to one dad who made his son's desk out of this world. It's all coming up after your local on the 8s.
This program brought to you by Golfsmith. At Golfsmith, we believe you deserve a store that would do anything for golfers. Find the location near you at golfsmith.com.
For the dad that would do anything for golf, save on anything for golf at the Golfsmith Father's Day event. The biggest savings, the best deals, to make this the best Father's Day yet. So hurry to Golfsmith. Anything for golf.
Dozens of family attractions, hundreds of fun restaurants, thousands of rooms with a view of the emerald green water, 24 miles of sugar white sand beaches. Get a little sand in your soul. Start planning at emeraldcoastfl.com.
Really? So our business can be on AT&T's network for $175 a month?
Yep, all 5 of you for $175.
Our clients need a lot of attention.
There's unlimited talk and text.
We're working deals all day.
You get 10 gigabytes of data to share.
What about expansion potential?
Add a line anytime for $15 a month.
Low dues, great terms.
Let's close.
Introducing AT&T Mobile Share Value Plans with our best ever pricing for business.
Monday on AMHQ, he uncovered the Titanic from the ocean floor, and explorer Bob Ballard is back at it. What he's looking for again beneath the sea is astounding, and we'll talk to him live. Plus, with 2 million new cases a year, how to identify your skin cancer. It's Monday, AMHQ.
Currently in our area, 72 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, thunderstorms early, low 75. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
A Weather Channel original series.
This is a dangerous job.
Catching Hell, Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
It doesn't take much to be happy. When you enjoy the simplest and truest things, asking for nothing more than what you've got. Look at your swimming pools. They'll never be enough. Like your fancy watches and your big cars, one day you realize that what matters is not the size of your car. It's the size of your yacht.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Check. Aha.
Energizer protects your devices from damaging leaks.
With Father's Day coming up tomorrow, we're taking a moment to honor a few amazing dads. These are fathers who took playtime to the next level for their kids with a little creativity and hard work.
Hey, you're about to meet Jeff Highsmith from Raleigh, North Carolina. He spoke with the AMHQ folks about how he turned his son's desk into a NASA Mission Control Center.
It took a while. It was a lot of soldering and a lot of planning, but it was well worth it. Just attention to detail, really.
Now, the desk is behind you, so if you lower that map, it's a desk. If you raise it, we see all these flashing lights. What are the features and how does it work?
There are a lot of just buttons and lights and sounds that the kids love, but there are some actual, NASA mission allusions to actual NASA missions, like you can trigger the lightning strike from Apollo 12 and have the same solution that they did, switching SCE to aux. If you stir the cryo tanks, then you'll get the Apollo 13 explosion, so then you'll have to fight to conserve energy and make it back to Earth safely.
I love this. I love this.
When can I come over?
Yeah.
Do you find that, in this day and age, kids' attention spans are so short, so you have to be creative in order to teach them and get them to be interested in something?
Yeah, I like to show them that what's possible. If they can focus, then they can make stuff that's really cool and way better than anything they could buy.
And one of the things you told us, Jeff, is that this is what your kids are interested in. What's your advice for other dads?
Pay attention to your kids, listen to your kids, and see what they're into, and help them explore that and take it to the next level, and and encourage them. See where they'll go.
Wow, that was pretty cool, indeed. And there's some truly amazing dads out there. We certainly thank Sam Champion and the AMHQ team. Catch them Monday when renowned ocean explorer Bob Ballard, the man who found the Titanic, he takes us into the deep with Nautilus Live, America's Morning headquarters. That's Monday morning following Wake Up with Al right here on the Weather Channel. But now let's tackle that 7-day forecast.
All right, let's take a look at the next 7 days. And we're going to start with a stormy day today across the heartland. We've got thunderstorms that may be severe from Omaha right back down through central Kansas into central Oklahoma, watching Oklahoma City. Plus, we're going to be watching the southeast for some pop-up showers and storms. But in the northeast, the showers are going away. And tomorrow looking very nice for almost everyone. A few showers maybe still lingering into northern Maine. That's about it. Now, we're going to see a little more rain coming back into the northwest. But the big system for tomorrow will be that system that moves through the Midwest. Monday, it's weakening somewhat, but still there, bringing some showers and storms to places like Detroit, Chicago, we're in on it, and St. Louis, we can't shake it either. You'll notice the temperatures are really changing. 88 degrees in Chicago, 88 in Minneapolis. Northeast too, D.C., we got a couple of warm days coming our way, and for New York City, we're heading to the mid-80s by Tuesday. Out ahead of that next system as it tracks in, there will also be some showers and storms popping there. To the southeast we go, our temperatures are heating up too. Look at Atlanta, 91 degrees. We got Wednesday's forecast still hot in the southeast, still warm in the Midwest, and the Northeast warm. Boston going up to 80. We've got Dallas, though, cooling down a bit to only 88 degrees. Now, by Thursday, you can see we're tracking still a lot of active weather from the middle of the country to the east. We're going to be watching the warm temperatures continue, with Atlanta having a string of 90-plus degree days. Not unusual, but still notable because we haven't seen that many, but a lot of upper 80s in Atlanta. Friday's forecast, get 90 again in Atlanta. Temperatures mid-80s New York City, and some showers popping from the Midwest to the southeast here. We're going to be looking at the west staying dry and heating back up again. Phoenix back up to 108 by next Friday. Alex.
Well, you know, severe weather, that is on the prowl again this Father's Day weekend. Omaha, Nebraska, plus some other areas in direct line to possibly even get and see a few tornadoes. Plus, in the wild, extreme weather, that can strike in an instant. Our very own Dave Malkoff, he's got some simple things that you can use to start a fire in a pinch. Coming up after your local on the 8s. Good job, by the way.
To you, they're more than just a pet, so protect them with Canine Advantix 2. Its broad-spectrum protection kills fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes, too. Canine Advantix 2, for the love of dog.
She keeps you on your toes. You wouldn't have it any other way. But your erectile dysfunction? It could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any allergic reactions like rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about experiencing Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
How did Red Lobster make 4 amazing entrees even better? With lobster. Don't miss our first ever Lobster Toppers event. 4 delicious entrees topped with sweet, succulent Maine lobster starting at just $15.99. Like savory new wood-grilled shrimp topped with Maine lobster and a citrus hollandaise. Or the new ultimate lobster top lobster. 3 split Maine lobster tails topped with Maine lobster in a creamy white wine sauce. 4 choices for a limited time starting at just $15.99. Everything's better with lobster. Come in now and see food differently.
Stanley Steamer Carpet Cleaning is certified by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America for a cleaner, healthier home. Call about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
Fruit with a cool finish. Fruit on one side, cool on the other. Icebreakers Duo, a fruity cool way to break the ice.
How rough the seas I deal with usually has to do with how broke I am. Because if I'm broke, I'll stay out in anything. It doesn't matter if it's rough. It doesn't matter if it's raining. I still gotta shoot fish.
Heavy rain and lightning.
Are you ready to take it all off this summer? I took it all off, and I'm glad I did. 35 pounds gone. If you said that I could get in a bathing suit again, I'd say you're crazy. But I did it.
There's still time to look hot and feel great this summer. Lose your first 5 pounds fast with the all-new Fast 5 from Nutrisystem.
I took it off. I've lost 40.5 pounds on Nutrisystem, and I feel fabulous.
You'll lose 5 pounds your first week or your money back, guaranteed.
I'm having a blast this summer. I'm Erin, and I lost 30 pounds.
Order your 28-day My Weight plan right now, and we'll rush you the all-new Fast 5 free. You'll get 1 week of fantastic energizing shakes, 1 week of delicious Craving Crusher shakes, plus 1 week of meals absolutely free.
I got my sexy back. I'm Jessica, and I lost 30 pounds with Nutrisystem.
Millions of people have lost weight with Nutrisystem, and now you can too. Look great for summer.
And take it all off.
Don't wait.
Call 877-895-DIET and lose your first 5 pounds free.
500 at Vistaprint.com.
I love my job.
Vistaprint.com.
The Weather Channel's new morning show.
It all starts with the weather.
America's morning headquarters with Sam Champion. Weekday mornings at 7, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 72 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, thunderstorms early, low 75. Chance of rain, 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
We're tracking the threat for severe weather. Let's find out where that threat's going to be today.
Dr. Greg Postel's at the expert desk with your severe weather update. And Greg, we're tracking a few storms right now, but I think today might be a busier day than we've seen lately.
Yeah, exactly right, Jen and Alex. It is going to get pretty busy across the plains. Let's look at the areas shaded in red that we've got for the chance of severe weather all the way from North Dakota down through Kansas, guys. All modes of severe weather are possible today. Obviously, the heavy rain and the lightning, but hail, big hail, high winds, very high winds possible, and maybe even some tornadoes. And the culprit, in part, is this pretty powerful swirling out there in the water vapor imagery. This is an upper level low that has actually got a pretty strong jet stream associated with it that's out ahead of it. And there's a lot of ascent or lift in the atmosphere right now across this region. So we're starting to see some thunderstorms pop up here. Not yet severe on a widespread basis. There is some severe spotty reports there in parts of western South Dakota, and I'll show you what we mean. Starting to see some storms in here in Wyoming, and then there is one severe thunderstorm warning there just south of Rapid City for, I believe, Custer County until 6 a.m. local time for the possibility of half-dollar size hail moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. So let's time it out now for everybody and show you what's going to happen later on, beginning at about 1 o'clock this afternoon. I think the big-time severe weather threat today is going to be in this area, that pie-shaped area called the warm sector, where this is where the most unstable air is going to be as we move through the afternoon hours. Watch what happens. Not much, really, 3, 4 o'clock, but the atmosphere is going to be getting more unstable as we move through the afternoon hours. But notice this stuff right back here in the cooler air. This is associated with the upper low. Once that lift gets out here over the warm sector, watch out. We're going to see explosive development of thunderstorms 8, 9 o'clock tonight right in here, guys. Those storms will be able to tap the most unstable air we've got in the plains. High winds could be a big problem across eastern Nebraska and parts of Iowa as we move overnight, as this thing becomes a giant thunderstorm cluster across the plains. Alex and Jen, back to you.
All right, Greg, thank you. Now, we do have some isolated rain showers in parts of New England today, but next week the Northeast is going to get pretty wet. We'll show you which days you can be dodging showers just ahead. And we know it's Father's Day weekend. Everyone appreciating all the great things dads can do.
Well, with this weekend's Project of the Week, Dad and Mom can do some great things.
With weather like this, we all want to spend as much time as possible outdoors, including mealtime. So building a classic picnic table makes a great weekend project. Now ours is going to have a unique twist to it. We're going to add a cooler to the table. Man, this looks great, Randy. Excellent job. This is awesome.
Thank you. But can we add a cooler to an existing table?
Certainly, yeah. The process really is the same. We're just going to take part of the center board out, and then we're going to build a cooler that's going to contain the ice and drinks, attach that back to the table, and we're in business.
So how does it work?
All right, the first step is going to be to remove bracing. So there's bracing on most tables that keeps it from wobbling. So we need to get rid of that, but don't throw it away. We're going to reuse it. Then take out about 42 inches of that center board. The remaining 15 inches on either end still needs to be supported, so we're going to add a wood support to those. Then it's time to build the cooler. We're going to use 2x6s for the sides and then 1x10 for the bottom. We need to caulk the seams and drill a hole in the bottom for drainage. Now, you can add a PVC fixture and some tubing if you want to divert that water away so it doesn't drip on your feet while you're sitting at the table.
That's great, but how do we actually attach it to the table?
So at that point, just use angle irons. It's really simple. Attach those to the sides of your cooler and then to the bottom side of the table. Then we need to reattach the bracing that we took off earlier. We're just going to have to cut it down a little bit to make it fit now.
And the cover's made from the centerpiece we removed earlier?
Exactly. Now all we need is a party. Come on, guys. Way to go, Dad. Great.
All right, here's one more thing we want to show you. One couple got some pretty unique wedding photos thanks to a wildfire burning in Oregon.
Yeah, check these out. Pretty stunning here for you. The bride and the groom, they were all set to walk down the aisle when a brush fire erupted 6 miles away.
The ceremony went on as scheduled, but the reception had to be moved out of harm's way. While the guests were partying, the newlyweds snuck away to take these pictures with the wildfire as a backdrop. It went viral, as you can imagine.
Project of the Week is brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
This Father's Day, let's turn our hero into a superhero. Let's give him the power, consult with his sidekick, and equip him with all the super toys he needs, all on a mild-mannered budget, so he can spend some quality time back in his lair. Then come out strong and save the day. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Ryobi impact driver, drill, batteries, charger, and case, just $99.
People all over the world know us, but they don't yet know we're a family. We're right where you need us. At the next job, next adventure, or at the next exit. Helping you explore super destinations and do everything under the sun. 12 brands, more hotels than anyone else in the world. So wherever you want to be, whatever you want to do, chances are we're already there. Save up to 25% and earn bonus points when you book at WyndhamRewards.com.
In pursuit of all things awesome, amazing, and that's epic, bro, we've forgotten just how good is.
Good is setting a personal best before going for a world record. Good is swinging to get on base before swinging for a home run. Good is choosing not to overshoot the moon, but to land right on it and do some experiments.
So start your day off good with a coffee that's good cup after cup. Maxwell House. Good to the last drop.
Avocado bacon omelet. Ooh, a BLT with avocado. Yeah, fresh avocado, creamy pepper sauce. It's delicious, and it's a great deal.
Sounds amazing. But shouldn't that be called a BLTA?
Sweetheart, one bite and you're not going to care what it's called.
Welcome to Denny's.
There.
Hello.
Hot stuff.
Not turning the thermostat down.
That's not what I was doing. I was just having fun. Come here. Nice and tight. Atta girl.
Daddy.
There's a sweet spot. Hold on. That didn't happen in practice.
There's a better way. Mitsubishi Electric Systems give you the temperature you want in any room with no ductwork and lower energy bills. Mitsubishi Electric Cooling and Heating. Live better. Go to MitsubishiComfort.com.
Hershey's Drops. Perfectly bite-sized drops of rich and creamy chocolate happiness. When the chocolate is Hershey's, life is delicious.
Why do I use fast-acting Advil? Because every season I face the combined power and speed of this. Fast-acting Advil gets me back in the game fast. Nothing works faster on tough pain.
I'm the only girl on the boat. I need to prove myself.
Damn, and that's how you do it. Big shark, big shark!
I don't know that it's the mom part of me that has the killer instinct. I think it's just who I am.
Catching Hell, Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 72 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, thunderstorms early, low 75. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
America's Morning Headquarters with Sam Champion.
Not just a morning forecast, a morning show.
AMHQ with Sam Champion, the Weather Channel's brand new morning show.
Well, as you head out the door this Father's Day weekend, it could end up like this. Wow, this is a video from Burlington, Colorado earlier this week. Strong winds, the heavy rain there. And the forecast for parts of the Midwest, along with the threat for even tornadoes. Yeah, not too many folks there were doing any pumping of the gas.
No,
Just too much heavy rain to deal with. Welcome back to Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wallace.
And I'm Jen Carfagno. This morning, we're watching as threatening weather moves into the northern plains, and there's a strong chance these storms could cause tornadoes. We want to make sure you have everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. Let's start in Kansas. We saw some damage caused by high winds in central Kansas on Thursday. 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts derailed a train in La Crosse. Now, the most damage was to a lumber yard where one of the cars smashed into a building. The big question is, will we see winds like that again today? And it certainly is possible, Alex.
It certainly is, and that's why we're trying to keep you ahead of some of these storms. Rather stormy time that we're going to expect to deal with here this weekend. Already here this morning, finding showers and storms. Here we are in the upper Midwest. This is Minnesota, finding the storms right along 94, heading towards the Minneapolis area. The strongest is off towards your south and west with some heavy downpours, bit of lightning associated with those, and down around Sioux Falls as well, tracking a few showers and storms. Then we get into South Dakota, storms that have produced some downpours that have led to some flash flooding, and one storm now just to the south of Rapid City. This one has a severe thunderstorm warning on it. North of Hot Springs, that's for Custer County, including the city of Fairburn, and that's out until 6 o'clock local time. Watch out, hail going to be the big threat with this particular storm. Could be in the order of $half size. So bring those cars inside to those garages under the carport to protect them. All right, let's talk about the threat for the tornadic activity, because we do have Torcon values in the 4 and 5 range. You can see the cities that are impacted in the timing. Topeka, Omaha towards Sioux Falls here for us. We're generally thinking as we get into this late afternoon and getting into the overnight period, that's when the highest risk for the tornadic activity will be. So what's happening? Got a big trough that's moving its way out of the west. Out ahead of that, quite a bit of moisture, bit of an area of low pressure developing, and that's going to work its way across the plains into the upper Midwest here through the weekend. Again, all those combining to bring us that risk for some of these storms. They'll all be capable of producing damaging winds, hail a threat, and again, that tornado risk is there for us as well. So here's the area today that we're most concerned with, anywhere in the red, stretching from even Fargo, sliding southbound. Tonight, we'll keep that going around Wichita, getting into Kansas City, Des Moines, Minneapolis, so up and down that 35 corridor. And for tomorrow, we watch this activity spread towards the south and the east a bit more. So now we include St. Louis with the threat for the strongest storms. Chicago knocking on your door. Looks like the severe threat will remain just to your west, at least for tomorrow. So again, watching these areas very closely for the damaging winds. Could be in excess of 60, 70 miles per hour. We talked about the hail threat. Already a hail threat with that storm there in South Dakota. And again, tornadoes will be a risk out there for us also. So we'll be here with you all day tracking these storms. Jen?
All right, well, let's go to the Northeast where we needed a break. What a week we have had. Look at these scenes coming out of New Haven, Connecticut. These sidewalks are filled with water. It has been a rough stretch over the Northeast. We had literally rain every single day last week, the entire work week. Now finally the sun coming out for the weekend, but as early as Monday, we're going to see some rain returning to the area. So we'll track it in, but you know, we do need to celebrate a dry weekend because we deserve it. Philadelphia, we've had more than 26 inches of rain, nearly 27 inches of rain since the start of the year. That's more than 8 inches above average. And the last 6 days, we have had rain, at least a trace of rain. Most days a lot more than that over the last 6 days. It's out of here, Philly. It's not completely out of here yet in Boston. A couple of sprinkles still left. And up here into northern Vermont, we've got a couple of showers as well. Up around Lake Champlain this morning, especially the northern end, you're getting wet with some rainfall. But the southern end of the lake, we're doing all right for the moment. Now, taking a look at the next system. This comes in early next week, so we're talking the Monday time frame. And this is going to bring us showers and possible thunderstorms. The rain next week is going to be a lot different than the rain we saw this past week. This past week, it was dreary and cloudy and really kind of cool. This next week, it's going to be warm and hot and humid, and we're going to be watching for thunderstorms. So watching that on Monday into Tuesday, western PA into western New York. Wednesday, we see it all move to the I-95 corridor area from Boston through D.C. Showers and storms, and could bring some heavy rain, maybe more than an inch in some locales. Alex.
All right, well, we're going to work our way on into South Florida, Miami area here for us. We're overlooking Biscayne Bay. Weather out there, not bad right now, but as we work our way through the afternoon, we could see more scattered showers as well as storms. So early today looking good. Later today, a different story out there for you. And we're going to remain a bit unsettled here across the Sunshine State over the next several days. Here we are right now looking at the radar. We do have a few showers and storms here to the northern part of the state. Watching for some downpours here this morning in those spots. And we'll keep that going again through our Monday. The moisture flowing up from both the Atlantic and we've got it into the Gulf as well, flowing northward. And we'll have this boundary just sort of stuck in place, not moving much at all. And that'll be the focus for more showers and storms for a good chunk of the southeast, deep south through the early part of the week. So here's a look at the timing here. Computer model and showing you where we think the shower and storm activity is going to be in place. And you can see we already have it here to the northern part of the state now, and this indicating we'll continue to deal with that throughout the afternoon. Then we'll see a few more showers and storms bubbling up here, getting to the southern part of Florida. Then we see things wind down as we get into the evening and overnight. And then tomorrow afternoon, more showers and storms, they flare up out there. So that's the general pattern that we are in and will continue to be in. So here in Miami throughout the day, starting it out quietly through the early part of the afternoon. Then we start to see some of those spotty storms firing up out there for you and some of those lingering all the way through the evening hours. Temperatures for us should top out in the upper 80s. Jen?
Well, nature has a way of throwing the unexpected at you. Say that you're here at Zion National Park in Utah and severe weather strikes. How do you battle the elements with just your bare hands and nothing else? Our Dave Malkoff gets some help from survival expert Creek Stewart.
If you're just joining us, it's just the three of us, the bug, me, and survival expert Creek Stewart. We have built this little lean-to out of stuff we found in the woods. Now we're going to start a fire with, this is busted.
That's busted, yeah, and then we just have this hygiene kit here with some random supplies.
There's nothing you can start a fire with in there.
You might be surprised. Believe it or not, Dave, these Q-tips right here are a huge fire starting resource.
Even with a busted lighter?
Even with a busted lighter. See this cotton?
Yeah.
How I'm pulling out and exposing all these little fibers?
Yeah, yeah.
Believe it or not, this is what's going to start.
That's kindling.
Our fire, that's right, man. And for a little tiny spark like that, we need really fine fibers.
Okay.
So here's how it's going to happen. You're going to spark here, that's going to light on fire, and I'm going to light our tinder bundle on fire.
Okay, so just keep on sparking, right?
Yep, get nice and close in there.
Nice and sparky.
There it is.
Oh my God, look at that. You have got to be kidding me. A campfire, just using what nature has around you and what you brought.
Exactly, that's right. Sometimes you got to repurpose items to get what you need.
The Creek Stewart, he is Survival Creek on Twitter. You can learn more about him there. I'm Dave Malkoff, the Weather Channel. Back to you guys.
All right, well, several spots actually in the southwest where fire danger is high today, and it's actually extremely critical in a few spots. So, Zion National Park is actually one spot we're going to watch. It's been pretty dry lately, but the extreme fire risk area is in northeastern Arizona, northwestern New Mexico. That's where we can have some very strong gusty winds and some low relative humidity still.
Been a tough time there across the southwest with that fire threat.
Now here's the forecast for Zion National Park. We've got a look at temperatures heading up to 86 today, 90 tomorrow. Not as hot as it's been, but overall the relative humidities are still going to be a challenge. So something to watch out there. Certainly don't leave your fire unattended. Now, even warmer temperatures are going to start creeping in over the next week in parts of the Midwest, heating up nearly 15 degrees. We're going to show you what to expect in your city as summer gets cranking up.
Plus, if you're looking for the maybe perfect tan this summer, you want to see this. We'll tell you whether that base tan really matters and if it keeps you from getting burned. So check it out. It's all coming up after your local on the 8s.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, thunderstorms early, low 75. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
When your house loses power, it can be tough for your family. But not if your family has a Kohler generator. Restores power automatically in as little as 10 seconds and is backed by a 5-year limited warranty. Kohler generators. Keep your family flowing.
When the power goes out, you'll go on. Contact your Kohler Generators dealer today.
I typed my name and date of birth, and step by step, decades were crossed. When I was lost, my ancestry tree showed me the way that led to you, and I saw you coming home. With the world's largest online collection of family history records, exploring your family's past has never been easier. Simply type in a name at Ancestry.com. Who will you discover?
Look at that.
Want a bite?
Do the jingle! Do the jingle!
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there!
Hey, guys.
I'm in my office!
State Farm.
State Farm agents help you get to a better state.
I always say, be the man with a plan. But with less energy, moodiness, and a low sex drive, I had to do something. I saw my doctor. A blood test showed it was low testosterone, not age. We talked about Axiron, the only underarm low T treatment that can restore T levels to normal in about 2 weeks in most men.
Axiron is not for use in women or anyone younger than 18 or men with prostate or breast cancer. Women, especially those who are or who may become pregnant, and children should avoid contact where Axiron is applied, as unexpected signs of puberty in children or changes in body hair or increased acne in women may occur. Report these symptoms to your doctor. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions and medications. Serious side effects could include increased risk of prostate cancer, worsening prostate symptoms, decreased sperm count, ankle, feet, or body swelling, enlarged or painful breasts, problems breathing while sleeping, and blood clots in the legs. Common side effects include skin redness or irritation where applied, increased red blood cell count, headache, diarrhea, vomiting, and increase in PSA. Ask your doctor about Axiron.
For the dad that would do anything for golf. Save on anything for golf at the Golfsmith Father's Day event. The biggest savings, the best deals. To make this the best Father's Day yet. So hurry to Golfsmith. Anything for golf.
Jim's hair is perfect. So's his serve and his Mandarin. But like up to 90% of Americans, Jim falls short in getting important nutrients from food alone, making Jim more like us. Add one-a-day multivitamins, rich in key nutrients you may need.
Dozens of family attractions, hundreds of fun restaurants, thousands of rooms with a view of the emerald green water, 24 miles of sugar white sand beaches. Get a little sand in your soul. Start planning at emeraldcoastfl.com.
Anna.
Now every stop is an opportunity to save gas. And maybe someone's day. Introducing the new fuel-efficient 2014 Malibu with stop-start technology. The car for the richest guys on Earth.
Start your summer off right and get $2,000 customer cash on every 2014 Chevy Malibu.
Discover Brookside and discover an exciting combination of tastes. Rich dark chocolate covering soft centers, flavored with exotic fruit juices. It's chocolate and fruit flavors like you've never experienced before. Discover Brookside.
Well, the sun is out, the beaches are open.
And that means it's the perfect time to debunk the myth of a base tan. The Weather Channel's Scott Newell hit the sand to find out the tanning truth.
A lot of people love a little color.
I just feel better when I'm tan. I'm a happier person, I guess.
As long as you don't burn the first time, then I feel like you're fine. But that whole notion of getting a base tan?
There is no such thing as a protective base tan.
Dr. Jennifer Lucas is a dermatologic surgeon.
If you have a tan, you have acquired damage. You've already caused an insult or harm to your skin.
Just ask Deb Fisher.
When I was younger, I was a tan fanatic.
At age 21, Deb had a mole removed, and her dermatologist called back with some bad news.
You have malignant melanoma. You are my youngest patient.
Deb was cured because they found her cancer early, but that type of cancer is no laughing matter.
Melanoma is our most deadly form of skin cancer.
If you think getting a so-called base tan in a tanning bed will protect you from it,
if you look at statistics, tanning bed use is going to increase your risk of melanoma 59%.
Another school of thought. You get some self-tanning lotion, you spread it all over, get that great glow, and that will protect your skin. Well,
it will stain or change the color of it, but it's not giving you protection like a sunscreen would.
Sunscreen is one way to prevent damage. Use a broad spectrum sunscreen or sunblock with SPF 30 or above. Or wear clothing that protects you from sun exposure. The time to start is now.
Wake up, put your sunscreen on. It's not too late.
For the Weather Channel, I'm Scott Newell.
All right, so one place to get a lot of sunshine, at least to start your weekend, is Chicago. Temperatures heading up to near 90 today. A great day to hit the beaches with Dad, and big crowds are expected at some of the hot spots like North Avenue Beach and Montrose Harbor. I will say the water temperatures are mainly in the mid to upper 50s. I checked the Chicago Parks District area. Those water temperatures are about 60, and that's about it. Now, that's slightly warmer than air temperature, which is 55 in Chicago, 47 in Green Bay, 50 in Detroit. A number of you this morning started your day in the 40s. Maybe a little cool for you. I don't know. Maybe you like it that way. Now, today, though, that's a little below average, by the way. Today, we're going to be watching for temperatures to warm up here very quickly. And for Chicago, now we average about 18 days with highs at least 90 plus. We're going to get very close to that on Monday and Tuesday. We've only had one so far this year. That was June 1st when we hit 90 on the nose. Over the next couple of days, we've got a ridge building in our jet stream, and that allows temperatures to warm up. It keeps the cooler air up in Canada. It also allows, again, some of those warmer southerly winds to bring in some of the warmer temperatures. Now, today, Chicago, it's 80. It's 75 in Detroit for you. A gorgeous afternoon here. We'll be in the upper 70s tomorrow in Detroit, upper 80s in Cincinnati. Chicago will be mid 80s tomorrow. And then Monday and Tuesday, we start to flirt with 90. The thing is, we do have some storms to talk about this time as well, so it's going to be a humid upper 80s that we are dealing with here in Chicago. Today, beautiful weather. Our average is about 79 degrees this time of year, and we will be about there. And then we're running close to 10 degrees above average on Monday and Tuesday. St. Louis, another spot that's going to be warming up. Our average is 85 degrees. We're going to be a little below that for today. A beautiful day out there. And then tomorrow, as humidity starts to rise, so will the temperatures too. Upper 80s tomorrow, and then we are in the low 90s for the next 3 days after that. Alex.
All right, warming up. Well, you know, time is actually running out for your chance to win $15,000 in our It's Amazing Out There photo contest. Both amateurs, pros are eligible, so all you have is until Sunday, June 15th. That would be tomorrow to submit your best work to weather.com/photo contest. Now, we've already gotten a lot of amazing entries, and these are just a few of them here. All you have to do is, again, head to weather.com/photo contest. Well, Hurricane Christina, that is still packing quite a bit of a punch. That's right, Jen.
Yep, and not though packing quite the punch it once had. It's been downgraded again as it churns away from land and ahead a scary record that it's breaking in this very young tropical season. Then, to tape your windows or not when tropical fury threatens. Ahead, does it really protect your glass? We're going to have that story coming up right here on Weather Center Live. And we're following a number of stories for you this morning, including the rain moving out of the northeast. I know we still have low clouds stuck in New York City, but I will tell you, Times Square, it's going to be bright and sunny and temperatures just gorgeous today. So get ready to get outside and get your patio spot early. It's going to be a beautiful day in the northeast.
It's Amazing Out There photo contest is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Enter your photo for a chance to win $15,000.
The exquisite Toyota Highlander has every
Boring!
Hit it, guy! It's got a bin for your chicken!
A computer from the future!
And some giant freaky room for eggs!
Ooh, yeah!
But it ain't got no room for boring!
I'm spacing out on all this space, too!
No, we ain't got no room for boring! For boring, we ain't got no room!
The 2014 Highlander. Toyota.
Let's go places! What?
A Weather Channel original series.
This is a dangerous job.
Catching Hell. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Monday on AMHQ, he uncovered the Titanic from the ocean floor, and explorer Bob Ballard is back at it. What he's looking for again beneath the sea is astounding, and we'll talk to him live. Plus, with 2 million new cases a year, how to identify your skin cancer. It's Monday, AMHQ.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, thunderstorms early, low 75. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
New Hershey's Spreads. Bring the delicious taste of Hershey's chocolate to anything. Everything. With new Hershey's Spreads, the possibilities are delicious.
Listen up, Thunder Dragons. It's time to get a hotel.
Hey, Razor, check this out. We can save big with Priceline Express deals.
You know what, man? These guys ain't no dragons.
They're cool. These deals are legit.
Hey, we're cool.
She's cool. We're cool.
Priceline Express deals are totally legit. Check this. Thousands of people book them every day and score killer deals. Now Priceline is piling on even more savings with its summer sale. So grab your giant beach towel and enter code SUMMER14. Look at me enjoying the deals.
Sonic has every slush flavor someone could ever want.
This is basically slush headquarters.
Where sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
Well, not if Lemonberry has anything to say about it.
Oh, Lemonberry, you're already sour. Come to the sour side.
Never. I'll never join you.
Lemonberry, you're my son.
No, Daddy.
Ooh, that turned.
Refreshment just got colorful with new slush.
If you're living with chronic migraine, your life is a game of chance. But what if the odds could be in your favor? Botox is an FDA-approved treatment that significantly reduces headache days for adults with chronic migraine. 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. It's proven to actually prevent headache days, and it's injected by a doctor once every 3 months.
The effects of Botox onabotulinum toxin A may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't take Botox if you have a skin infection. Tell your doctor about your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. The dose of Botox is not the same as other botulinum toxins.
Put the odds on your side. Visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com and talk to a headache specialist.
Act. The next move is yours. Joining is easy and free. Join ChristianMingle.com today. A Weather Channel original series.
Every time I shoot a fish, when I'm wrestling them, that's when I'm scared.
Catching Hell. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Well, it's time now for your tropical update, and as Hurricane Christina winds down in the Pacific, well, let's see if there's maybe anything to keep a watchful eye on.
Dr. Greg Postel's at the expert desk with a look, and Greg, you know, after Christina, it looks like we'll take a little break in the East Pac.
Yeah, you both are exactly right, and Alex, you know, there's always something to look at, even if it's just a little cloud. You got to pay attention, right, to the tropics, and that's about what we've got right now in the Caribbean, Gulf of Mexico, and the Atlantic. Little clouds, not big clusters of thunderstorms. Right in here, pretty good weather in the Gulf, the Caribbean. Gosh, I'd like to vacation down there. And I think that's going to be the case for the next several days. And we can in part thank upper level wind flow that's brought some very strong winds into this part of the tropics, which has limited the development of big thunderstorms. Look, the jet stream is split. There's one branch up there near Florida. Another branch has come all the way down here. And when you've got that, tropical development really is not likely, at least in the near term. I'd say at least several days away. But I want to now draw our attention to a part of the Caribbean where, as I mentioned, really not much is going on. In fact, you can see clouds flying by here from west to east. There are 60 to 70 mile per hour winds up at the jet stream level there. But in this region, there is one model, the GFS model, that continues to develop a significant tropical system late next week and move it northward across the Caribbean Sea, and it gets it out of the Caribbean Sea eventually in about a week, maybe a little bit longer than that. It's a long way out, and obviously forecasts in the tropics are notoriously difficult with their reliance on tropical thunderstorms. But the question is this model believable? We can't ignore it. It's been doing it for a long time. But when you put it in the context of other models, in particular the European model, which shows a big high-pressure system in place at the same time, you've got to come up with the conclusion, with a lot of other evidence in play, that tropical development is not expected through this weekend and through next week, guys. So I think we're looking really good out here, even though one of the models continues to insist on tropical development. Back to you.
All right, good job with the evidence there, Detective Postel. I will have more on that actually through the morning, talking more about the models. But in the meantime, while it is nice and quiet in the Atlantic Hurricane Basin, it's a good time to prepare. One other thing a lot of coastal homeowners do is tape an X on their windows.
The question is, does that really work? Well, senior hurricane specialist Brian Norcross puts it to the test in this Hurricane IQ report.
Hurricane-force winds come at your home from every direction, and the first line of defense is your windows. If they're not protected, your entire house becomes vulnerable. So let's look at one of the most common things people do, taping an X over the window. So the question is, should I tape my windows to keep them from shattering in a hurricane? I'm here with Mike Stremmel at Architectural Testing, where they test all kinds of windows to see how strong they are, and they use this air cannon to do it. Tell me what we're going to see here in this demo.
We'll be using a 9-pound, 8-foot-long 2x4 missile, traveling at approximately 34 miles an hour to simulate the debris that is present in a hurricane.
All right, let's load it up and see what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that 2x4 went right through the 2 panes of glass and the tape like it wasn't even there.
Yeah.
If you were inside that room, forget it.
Yeah.
It would hit you. So here's what you need to know about taping your window. The tape does absolutely nothing to reinforce or strengthen the glass. Properly protect your windows by covering them with shutters or buying an approved impact-resistant window.
All right, well, certainly busted that little myth there. Now's the perfect time to be proactive and start building your hurricane emergency kit. Don't forget to include non-perishable foods. Of course, a NOAA weather radio, very important, and the batteries. Also cell phones, and make sure you have those chargers.
And maybe even a battery charger, too, for your cell phone, extra battery. All right, now, we want to make sure that you have a flashlight on hand, a first aid kit, and a manual can opener to open your food.
All right, well, we've got some events taking place this weekend, plenty of them.
A lot of big ones, including for Father's Day, of course, always the U.S. Open this weekend, and we are looking at pretty good weather today. I'll tell you what, a lot of people had umbrellas yesterday, Alex, and they used them only to shield the sun. We ended up with no rain yesterday and looking great today. No showers or storms in the forecast, and tomorrow as well. It's hot, it's humid, but, you know, that's not a big deal. It is June, after all, here at Pinehurst, North Carolina.
It is looking fantastic for a little time there on the greens. All right, how about in Manchester? Bonnaroo, that continues here today. Last night, my favorite, Kanye West, he was on stage. And hey, tonight it's Lionel Richie, Lauryn Hill. That's looking good.
You know how it's, you know, people camp for this. It was kind of cool overnight in the mid-50s. I think that's cool.
I would take that at this time of year for sure.
That's for sure.
All right. Well, storms are going to be popping up today in the northern plains, and you could be changing your weekend plans to avoid them. Just ahead.
We'll show you when the stormy weather will roll in and where it will be the worst. Plus, we are tracking rain for parts of the southeast. See who is getting soaked today and who stays wet for the next week. That's all coming up after your local weather on the 8th, right here on Weather Center Live.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers or thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, thunderstorms early, low 75. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
pounding hail, heavy rain, and even the threat for tornadoes. Severe weather is ramping up in the central U.S. We'll time the storms and show you where and when they could disrupt your Father's Day weekend plans.
You've got to use what you have to get what you need.
Move over MacGyver. Our survival expert, Creek Stewart, shows you how to create a fire and find the shelter you need to survive being lost in the woods.
And the truth about tanning.
There is no such thing as a protective base tan.
What you need to know before you head out in the summer sun with your family. It's all next on Weather Center Live.
To get to this morning. Welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wallace.
And I'm Jen Carfagno. It is Father's Day weekend, and you're going to want to get out and enjoy it in the Northeast. After a week of rain and thunderstorms, finally, the sun will shine through.
But we'll see storms erupt for parts of the plains and the Midwest. So let's get you right in front of today's top stories. And coming in at number 1 is that severe threat. We're going to be watching that here through the weekend. Then the Southeast, continuing to deal with unsettled conditions here, but the Northeast, we are looking great. Beautiful conditions setting up for us. So here's that severe risk for the day. Across the plain states, we'll watch it again developing throughout the afternoon and into the evening hours. Unsettled across the Southeast today. That includes you across most of Florida, working up the Southeast coast into the Carolinas. But lovely conditions warming up here with 70s, pretty widespread, and a lot of sun. The one lone spot, Boston, hanging on to the threat for a few showers for the day. But let's get you to the top story here for you, and that's that severe risk. Jen's got the story there.
And we've got some storms already we're tracking for you. Now, Minneapolis is one of the spots that we are going to be watching for thunderstorms today, maybe with some small hail later on. At the moment, you're doing fine, but you'll notice it's warmer today than yesterday, and it feels more humid out there, and that's going to lead to storms later